We have seen the capability and application of computer vision in the previous sessions. I will now take you through some of the real life examples of computer vision which are applied in industry. So let's start with the manufacturing industry and see how computer vision is playing an important role in the Industry 4.0 revolution. One of the most important use case of computer vision in manufacturing is defect detection. It helps manufacturing units to identify defects, right, using computer vision. So in this case, we are able to identify, in this specific case, we are able to identify that there is a crack on this bottle, right? And actually, when this happens, in these kind of applications, what it helps a manufacturing unit is that it helps to improve their product standard or their customer standard for that matter. And it certainly has a very high impact on the profitability and operational matrix of the manufacturing unit or for that manufacturing division, as you do not have to take the cost of shipping out defective products, right? And of course this leads to better customer satisfaction also. Now let me quickly take you through this video where you can see how a defect is identified in a bottling plant, right? So as soon as the computer vision application is able to detect right, the bottle which has the defect, eventually they can be excluded before they reach the final packaging stage. So helping the manufacturing unit save cost and also save face, right? Defect detection, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Defect detection can also be applied for apparel makers where they can identify the minutest of defects, which helps them, largely 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Defect detection can also be applied for apparel makers, where they can identify the minutest of defects, which can lead to rejection of the whole lot. So thus it makes a lot of sense to apply computer vision for a manufacturing unit. Moving on to the next application, right, is inventory management. So these computer vision aided robots are helping, warehouse managers increase their per square foot utilization and per staff or per person utilization in the warehouse, right? These computer vision aided robots continuously learn through the reinforcement learning process to intelligently navigate through the warehouse without any collision or harming any staff. These kind of robots, right, really help in the improvement of the inventory throughput. All right. Um, Another very interesting application is resource tracking and management. Right. So we have cameras inside the warehouse. Right. What these cameras actually help a warehouse manager or someone who's managing the whole warehouse to know where and what resources are in the whole warehouse, right? So what it actually helps is, right, so for a warehouse manager, assume he needs to identify where is this forklift, right? Then they actually do not need to just maybe speak to someone or ask where is this forklift, but as they can see it on their system that forklift is this part of the warehouse, there is a forklift sitting here, right? Now it's very easy for someone to actually just go grab the forklift from here rather than trying to find it all over the place inside the warehouse, because the warehouses are big, right? So some of the warehouses are as big as 3 football stadiums, right, or 2 football stadiums, right? So in that case, it's very important that if you know as a manager or as a staff, if you exactly know where what items are there in the warehouse, and it actually improves the operations and also reduces the loss of not knowing where your resources are placed in the warehouse, right? So these are some excellent use cases in the manufacturing industry for computer vision. Now let's move to the insurance industry. All right. So in the insurance industry, what we actually see that it becomes very important for the insurers to do customer KYC, and more so in these times when it is not possible to to make a physical visit to the person's place, or the person cannot go to the go to the insurer to verify themselves, right? Customer KYCs are now being done online on a video, right? So we can see in this kind of an example where this lady is speaking to Jerry Matthews, and this lady has given her PAN card. The PAN card automatically, picks out her information and matches her, and this customer KYC now can be done in minutes online, and it is very fast, right? And the insurance companies are actually using this to do customer KYC at a very fast pace. So now they're able to onboard customers at a very rapid pace. So now there is another interesting use case of automating insurance claims using computer vision. So rather than me explaining, let me take you through a video, and this will help you kind of understand that how it works. So let me play the video, and this application has been developed by Microsoft for ICICI Lombard, right? So this lady had a car accident, and now there is a damaged bumper. So what she does is she simply picks up the app, and in the app she has kind of picked the area where the damage has happened, and now she is she's taking the picture, and it basically analyzes this this image analyzes the the damage and the extent of the damage and the repair cost. Now what happens in this case is there are two things, all right? So now she has immediately got an estimated repair cost, and now she can say a yes or a no, and it goes on to the ICICI Lombard. It also goes to the service car care solution, and it becomes, this whole process becomes now so seamless. All right, you can certainly check out this video later in time. All right. Next, I would kind of look at is go still we are in the insurance industry, right? And is the claim process automation. So that the previous example was more from the customer side. Now this is from the backend operations, right? A lot of times, when your car goes to the service station, the person who's taking care of your car, he will write a lot of things, and at a lot of times they are writing, these are handwritten notes in various formats, various types of handwriting and everything, and then eventually this goes to the insurance guys, and the insurance guys will manually look at these papers and figure out what's being written, what's not being written. And they at times they, because it the it is not written very properly, the required information is not written properly, there can be a back and forth that happens, the wasting time, or there can be a wrong insurance claim that gets passed because wrong information was picked. Now, insurance companies are using computer vision OCR technology to actually pick the information and put that information on a computer. So, and once the information gets onto the computer from the paper with minimal manual intervention, right, the loss of information because of poor handwriting or human errors is minimized, and the process becomes a little more foolproof and faster. Right. So now let's look at fashion and the retail industry, that how are they using computer vision for their benefit. All right. So one of the strong use cases of computer vision is auto cataloging, right? And what we call it in technical terms is automated deep tagging, right? So what happens is that to a product you can tag multiple, right? So to an apparel like this you can tag up to 40 or 30 tags, right? Um, and these tags can be around the silhouette, they can be around the sleeves, they can be around color, they can be also around texture, dress, and a lot of these tags, right? And if manually we try to tag, every time we manually try to tag new catalogs, right, it takes a lot of time. But using these deep technologies or these computer vision technologies, this can happen at a very rapid pace. But how does it help, right? All these deep tagging and auto cataloging, what it helps is to generate better recommendations, right, for your customers, right? Recommendations can be based on body type, recommendations can be based on the type of event your customer is going to, or anything, right? And as your recommendation improves, your conversion also improves, right? That is one. Second, it also, for e-commerce retail stores, it really helps in improving their search engine, right? In terms of the uh, the quality of search results also kind of improve through your search engine when these are tags are kind of put on the each product that is displayed in your e-commerce store, because now the customers can search beyond only colors or price or brand name. Now they can search on patterns, they can also search on silhouette types, and many other search query patterns, right? So this is one good application of automated deep tagging. All right. Another very interesting one is retail shelf management, right? So we have these mega stores, right? And these mega stores are have inventory of many products, right? And at times it becomes difficult for retail staff, right, to actually know which product is missing in the shelf, which products are now getting stocked out, and many other things, right? So basically retail shelf management itself is a very very big activity which the retail staff or the staff at the store has to continuously do, so that they are not, when the customer walks in, he or she is able to find out their product and basically buy their product easily, right? So what is smart retail? In this case, in this use case, you can see that if a retail manager or a floor manager is like puts his camera, then at a very broad level, they can get an idea that which brands or which products are stocked out, or which products are going to stock out, right? And this gives a very good view to the person who's managing that floor or managing that shelf, and they can automatically reorder that store from their own inventory, or they can on the tablet only order from the main warehouse where uh, you know they can get those products in time, so that their shelves are not empty, right? So this is a very interesting application. Another application is developing retail intelligence using computer vision. So we have these CCTV cameras inside the store, right, to monitor for security purpose, right? And using computer vision, what we can identify is that which areas inside the stores are hotspots, right? And basis on that, where people are going, how people are navigating inside the store, right, which are the high sell through points, which are the low sell through points, the store can kind of display their products accordingly, so that they are able to gain maximum revenue, right? And retail intelligence is a science in itself, but this science now is actively supported by computer vision, right? And it is actually very very beneficial when applied in the right manner. All right. So now you have seen so many applications of computer vision in three industries. One is manufacturing, insurance, retail, right? Uh, Now it's time for you to figure out how is it going to disrupt your industry. Thank you.